stage.
How's it going, guys? DaFunnyMan here, and I'm going to be playing Skyrim. We're going to do a Let's Play instead of whatever I was trying to say I was going to do last week, or two weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Alright, so what I'm going to do first off, before we actually get into the Let's Play, I'm going to start the game in a different way. I'm going to use a couple mods, and then I will explain how I'm using these mods along the way. Alright, so we're just going to we're going to get right into it. Let's go. Maybe. Okay, there we go. So basically what the first mod I'm going to be using is called Start a New Life, or Ultimate. It's an alternate start mod where you basically you start in this prison cell and you automatically can use your creator customizations, and you can make your character, and then you do some other stuff before you actually get into the game. Now, what you're seeing right here is a cheat room, and you can use that for a plethora of reasons. We'll get into that after we start the game. Alright, so I'm going to go with Nord. I'm also using a Better Mill Presets mod where it just basically, you got that one, you got that one, you got that one, and then you got these guys. So basically it just makes them look better. A lot cleaner and crisper, I guess. I'm not a professional, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, let's go with Sky. Alright, let's get to it. A little lighter. Okay. Wait. Weird. Not sure why the colors changed there. Anywho, let's go for some scars. Okay. No, let's not go that one. No. Maybe this one's good. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go with this one right here. Okay. Okay, sorry, we're just gonna skip through most of this for now. Facial hair, we're gonna do where is it? I think that was it. Now let's go for a full beard. Very good. Yeah, that'll work. Hair color, we're gonna go black. Alright. Now we're gonna name our character Tyric. That seems very Skyrim-y. Nope, wrong word. Or letter. Nope. Yeah. Alright, so the first thing that's going to pop up before we actually get started is the Holidays mod that I'm going to be using. And basically it's just a mod that gives you a variety of different holidays, and it's actually events that happen in Skyrim. If it'll pop up. It usually does. Anywho, so before that, oh, there it is. Especially you can choose what month, day, hour it is. We're going to go to today, month 11. Day, what day is it? 20th. We're going to go with the 20th. 20, okay. Back in hour, we're going to go with a random hour. Birthday. We're going to go with my birthday. What it is. Here. Damn it! Almost there. And there we go. Alright, so once that's done, you're going to exit, and that's all set. Now, when you do the ultimate start, what you're going to do is you're going to spawn in this prison area. If you go on the map, you can see it's right here. So it's a west or east of Whiterun, and between the Riften and Windhelm. Yes. Excuse me. But before we actually get into the hows and whys of getting out of here, you gotta go to this statue of Mara. Activate, she'll ask you a question, you gotta answer, you gotta give what you want to do. You can escape this cell, you can be an outlaw, which I don't really recommend because when I did that in a previous playthrough, it spawned me in Markarth and I was consistently attacked by guards, so I couldn't really do anything. Vigilant Stepdog, camping in the woods, shipwreck off the coast, exclamation point. Vampire, Necromancer, Thrall, you got a bunch of options, and some of these have sub-options that you can use, like the Soldier in the Army, you can go down to a different one, or a different option, and be like Stormcloak or Imperials, and then guilds, of course, a different kind of guilds that you can join. The Holds own a property there, so you automatically have a house when you start the game. But right now, I am going to... Let's go with...
Which city did you sail to?
On board a ship. So what port do I want to sail into? Dawnstar... Windhelm... Raven Rock... So you can go straight to Solstheim? Solstheim. Yeah. From the start, and you can just skip everything.
You, traveler.
But I'm going to go ahead and go to Solitude, because I want to get to Whiterun as soon as possible. Alright. Now I know what you might be thinking. Well, what about the actual start? What about the dragon? How are you going to start that? Well, I will show you as soon as I get to Whiterun, which is why I want to go there. Not actually sure if you can do it from any of the other inns, but I know specifically you can do this in Whiterun, and which is also where some of the other mods I'll be using are. Once we get loaded in, we'll take a look at what we look like from the get-go, if it loads. I apologize for any long load time, but I'll try to cut them as short as possible in the game. There we go. Alright. So, completed a second chance, and then we start another quest called Live Another Life. Alright, so you can see we're in Solitude right now. And we are rich. Ish. What do we got? We got 715 gold, we got some mana, we got some back shield reset. Oh, that's another mod I got. It's a, where if you're in battle and you have your shield out, but when you sheathe your sword, your shield actually goes onto your back, which is pretty cool, relatively immersive. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead here to get to the what's it called, the Whiterun. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead here. All right, now we're at Whiterun. We went through took the carriage here. So I'm not quite sure why Winterhold is so much more than every other hold. Anywho, so we're going to automatically go up here, and you will instantly see another mod as soon as we get into Whiterun. The mod called Open Cities. Now this mod is, it's convenient. It's really convenient. As you can see, the doors are open, and I can see into Whiterun, and I can just walk right in. There's no loading screen whatsoever. And as also you can see, there's no, like the frame rate isn't really hurt here. Like it just seems natural. Alright, so we're gonna go straight up to Dragon's Reach, so I can get some spells. Now this spell, or the spell mod, rather, that I'm using right now, well I'm using two of them, but the one we're going to see is, it's called Fendrix Magic Evolved, which gives you like 370 something new spells to use at your leisure. I've only experienced a few problems with a couple of the spells, like the game lags a bit, but that's because I'm using like rapid fire ballisticas that shoot from my hands. So that'll definitely lower your frame rate and kind of lag a bit. But only for an instance. It's actually frozen my game a couple times. So as you come in here, you can see that here's a book. It's called Heartbreaker. Now what this does, it actually gives you a kill move. When you are fighting someone and they go down on one knee, you have the ability to activate them, and you have two options. Talk to them or rip their heart out. Learn the spell, features, no, disarm on, yeah, disarm, okay. Alright. I think that's good. Now we're gonna want to take that. Whoa.
You won't get away with that. You can't take that.
Sorry. Apparently you can't take it. Alright, so the Magic Evolved cheat chest is right here. You can either get these books through the cheat chest, or you can actually find them throughout the game. Yeah, that guy sells them at the College of Winterhold. They sell them various different people's. So you can see there's a ton of different spells. There is a huge variety of spells. You got dark magic, you got divine magic, you got drain, you got earth, you got elemental, you got enhancing of your. Can't use that one. You got telekinetic, fire, as well as the other elements. Fortify. Let's go ahead and fortify enchanting, and then archer. No, not archery. Oh, nope, not that one. Where is it? Smithing. There we go. Okay, and then you got frost spells. You got these ones, and if you notice, there's 8 gates, and they have specific names to the gates. Now, if you know what this is from, good on you. Go ahead and learn all of these. Now there's a couple of these mods, a couple of these spells that require a certain perk in a perk tree that I believe you can only get if you have the Ordinator mod on, which gives you the ability to, it enhances your perk tree like it gives you 400 new perks, basically what it does. It takes out the old ones and enhances them with new ones. And get to the freaking summons. There we go, teleportation. You can get teleport spells. You can blink strike, which is like puts you behind an enemy. You can get teleport to one of the holds. Go and learn that one. I haven't really done that one. Let's see, ripped in, vertical. I wouldn't recommend using the vertical one indoors or even outside if you're a low level, because you go up pretty high and then you just drop and you die. It's happened. It's not fun. Time dimensional rift, transmography. Basically, you can turn like a giant into a freaking chicken, and you just slash away. You got water magic, you got wind magic, and it's all new and convenient. And he also has another mod where it enhances the magic sounds, so it makes them all even more so unique. Sure, why not? Demonic energy, sure, and then we're gonna do wind telekinetic shit. Okay, now we're gonna skedaddle over to the Bannered Mare. Alright, we're on our way to the. I'll show you a way you can deal with him later. With the other magic mod that I have, which is called Apocalypse. It gives you, I think, like 100 and something new spells. So overall, these two magic mods give you well over like 500 spells and incantations. For those with the talent to cast them, of course. Alright, so in here,
Come on in. Just stoke the fire.
we have.
Get the cold out.
Alright, so as I was saying before, with the whole actually starting the game, being Dragonborn and all that
How are
shenanigans,
we doing over here?
you gotta come to this lady right here. Well, you don't have to. You can just go up to Helgen and be like, oh, look at this. Or, you can be immersive about it and come down here. Hey, rumors lately. Rumor suspicious activity around Helgen. Ooh, Legion patrols have been spotted in the area. Ooh. That gives you like an immersive way to be like, oh, hey, I'm intrigued. Let's go adventuring. So you just gotta put that actual idea of, oh my god, there's dragons, out of your mind, and you just go straight into there and be like, ooh, I'm gonna investigate the Legion. Whew, so we're gonna go ahead and skip this and go straight to Riverwood. Okie dokie then. And there she is, Riverwood in all her glory. What you can see there to the left, whoop, went too far, is a way shrine. Now, what this is basically what, if you played Elder Scrolls Online, you would recognize this, but for those who haven't, you basically can go in there and go to any other active way shrine around the area. I think the nearest ones to this one are Whiterun, Helgen, and High Hrothgar. But in order to activate these, you actually got to do a quest, and I'll show you guys that at a later date. But for right now, our interest is in Riverwood. As you can see here, I got an enhancement on Riverwood, because the stuff usually isn't here, and like there's a fisherman over there, where is he? Oh, there he is. Got a tent and all that shenanigans, all this fun stuff. It's a little bit of an enhancement on Riverwood. I also got a graphics overhaul mod where you can, there's children yellow. Yeah. You'll find a couple bugs like that. Yeah. A couple of bugs like that where like someone's face is like all pixelated and purple and shit. Or their body's orange. Alright, so the next spot we're gonna go to is in the Sleeping Giant Inn. First, we're going to need to get some lockpicks, which I probably need to go to the sleeping, or the...
Come on.
Wait, do I have lockpicks? I do not have lockpicks.
Orgnar, are you listening?
Do you have
Hard
lockpicks?
not to. We got room for food. Drink for the thirsty, food
Nope,
for
he
the...
does not. Well, I will be right back.
Around here somewhere.
Alright, so, Lucan at the, whatever the hell it's called, didn't have any lockpicks, so we're going to use the cheat menu. You're going to go over to the spells, go to all, cheat teleport. I'm going to go ahead and favorite that, because we might be using it later. Alright, so we're going to cast this mofo. Shoot! And so the menu is going to come up, and you're going to want to click cheat room. Now, you're going to come to this little room right here. It's got a bunch of different things you can use. You got all the standing stones. You got the divine things. You get this. You can duplicate items. I think it duplicates it like 10 times. Yeah. So what we need is over here, nope, here, nope, here, nope, here, nope, nope, oh, yep, here, okay. We need lockpicks. What the hell? Well, I'm just gonna ignore that. For now. Bunch of broken shit, bunch of shit we don't really need right now. Do I want to? No, I don't. We're going to be immersive about this, as immersive as possible. But just to get this shit started, we are going to use the cheat room. Any minute now. Almost there. There we go. Alright, so we got a shit ton of lockpicks. We're going to go ahead and ignore everything else in this room. And we're going to go back to our original position.
Come on in. We got one food.
Just right here. Now there was a spell in that chest back in Whiterun that you can manipulate. There's manipulation magic that you can use, and that gives you the ability to unlock anything, unlock anything. I neglected to grab that. So, here we are. There we go. Alright, so what this is called is the Immortal Lord. Now this is essentially a God mode mod where you can be practically invincible. It's all in this ring here. You get a ton of magicka, health, stamina, and carry weight. We're going to equip it, and you can see my carry weight down there goes from 300 to a big number, a big ass number. Now the amulet you don't really need. The amulet is basically for smithing and alchemy, and I think water breathing and something else. That's all in the description of the mod. Now, this is actually the most immersive God mod that I've ever seen because of this book right here. It actually explains why these pieces are made and why they're called what they are. I'm not going to go through the entire book. It's just a couple pages of basically explaining why these things were made. Now, I did ask the mod author if they could actually make this into a quest mod to actually get these items, and he basically told me that he was so new with the modding community that he didn't know exactly how to do that, but maybe in the future we could have it. You get a ton of gold, you get your own horse to Crimson Shadow, so we're going to go ahead and take that. Alright, so now we're ready to go. Ish. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is some stuff. Yeah, you can see him over there. It's Crimson Shadow. He's always at the end right there. First thing I'm going to show you, or the last thing I'm going to show you, is a couple of new weapon mods that we got. As you can see, that isn't normal. That's not a mallet. Or we don't have mallets in this game. What? Well, what? And we don't have hatchets either. So these are the new Missionary Warrior. Okay. Let's use some magic. As you can see, the fire spell is pretty cool. I think I can be a good distance away, and whatever I'm aiming at it hits. It's a telekinetic fire. I really gotta get a new outfit, so I'm gonna take it. We're also gonna use the wind telekinetic. If it would work. Not sure why he's so strong. Not exactly sure why he's attacking my horse. Neither. One of the horses attacking him. It's a bit weird. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and kill him off. Oh, I didn't get too many spells. Right. See? Chicken. Where is my fire spell? Over here. Oh shit. Where is he? And now we're just gonna spam the shit out of him. Not sure why he's so tough in Riverwood so early. Well, nevertheless. But as you could tell that his face is pretty messed up. Alright. So, Mace. Gold. Potion. Drink skooma. Dead. Okay. Steel armor. Let's take all this stuff. Okay. Yeah, his face is a little messed up. I'm not exactly sure why that is. Alright, so onward. Back over here. I also got a blood retexture, which makes battles more, you know, bloody. It's like every slash and every hit actually takes a huge effect. Now I'm only going to go through a couple of these. Like iron, you get clubs, double-edged battle axe, halberds, not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Got a hatchet like we had earlier, long sword. It's a one-handed bigger sword. I'm pretty sure I don't know what that is. Alright, mallet, maul, quarter, quad hammer, shield, okay. And each class has their own unique kind of, well, I don't have, okay, I can't really do that much. Well, I can only show you a couple of these because I just started the game. Which is good because you guys have to earn this stuff. Let's see. We make dragonborn weapons. It's pretty cool. Alright, so before I end this video, I'm going to go ahead and show you the skill tree. As you can tell right away, there's a lot more to a few of them. So we're going to go to the smithing one. You can see right away you can do steel, bone mold, and then you can do the elven and whatnot. You can also have like a sub option there where you can actually choose a type and a forge your animal to improve them twice as much. So if you want to improve elven stuff more, okay, dwarven, okay, and that's the same way up until planner smithing, plate. I don't know. But then you can do other ones, like a dwarven autocannon. That's obviously new. You can make that, but you gotta get a lot of materials to make that shit. You have different perks for that thing. You can do arcane and enhancements for the smithing, so you can enhance enchanted items. You can do enhance the grindstone or workbench to make things even more better, like higher than legendary. Recycle materials, you have 50% retain any materials you spend in the workbench. Sandstone. Huh. So you got a huge amount of different perks for this. This one I haven't actually done yet in any of my playthroughs. I was like, I'm not sure which forge I want to use. But it's obviously a huge difference from the vanilla perk tree, and they're all like that. I'm pretty sure. Like they all have different perks to use. Excuse me. And so that's basically it for this episode. Next week, we're gonna go to Helgen, and I'm gonna show you a couple more mods from there. And then we're actually gonna start the playthrough from Helgen. And then when we come across the mods, we'll actually get into that more at that time. But for right now on this channel, what we're going to start doing here in the coming weeks, like every weekend, I'm going to try and post a video as best I can, either Saturday or Sunday. Me and my friend are actually going to start posting videos simultaneously once he gets his equipment in. And I do apologize for my mic. I got a mic 2 days ago, but I neglected to actually read all I needed. And so I'm missing a pretty important component, and I'm going to go ahead and wait till Cyber Monday to get that. So that's why I'm just using my laptop right now, just talking through that. It probably isn't the best quality, and I do apologize for that. But right now, we are going to try to do a couple of different types of videos, like Let's Plays, reviews, just overall gameplays, and we're going to try and do some. We're going to try and make it up as we go along in terms of content. Like this isn't going to be like a back-to-back Let's Play. It's going to be. I'm gonna mix it up, and I'm going to try and make it unique and different from any other thing that any other Let's Play or any other reviews like that. But for right now, I'm going to try and do my best, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and see you next week.